When people say trading, Forex is what comes to everyone's mind. No surprise there, it's the most well-known market. But it has three major drawbacks that cause about 80% of beginners to lose their savings. There's the more reliable and safer alternative that can provide a very comfortable life. Watch this video to the end, or better yet, subscribe to my Telegram channel. I talk about the things others don't talk about. The link is below and in the first pinned message. Hello, Zach here. I've been trading for 9 years now. My win rate is 91%, and I make a living by doing short trading sessions a couple of times a day. Too good to be true? Let's find out. The best part is anyone can start with just a single dollar. First, let's set up a trading platform. Unlike Forex, where finding a reliable broker can be a nightmare, since there are too many scammers out there, I simply installed a free trading platform, opened it, and started making money off trading. If you have any questions about setting up the platform, message me on Telegram and I'll help you out. The link is in the description. Let's keep it simple. My first investment is 50, but you can start with any other amount. Let's set the trade time to 1 minute and the candlestick time frame to 30 seconds. Next, let's select 3 currency pairs with the highest percentage at the moment. This will maximize your potential returns. And now, the most important part of setting up the platform – indicators. For beginners, I recommend using the RSI indicator. I also talk more about indicators and their differences on my Telegram channel. All set now? Let's start. First up is the Australian dollar and the Swiss franc. I'm gonna invest for the fall, so let's press the lower button. Why? Well, the price hit a low, rebounded, and I entered at the end of this rebound. So the downward movement is likely to continue. And I made 96. You know what's my favorite advantage of this type of trading over Forex? It's that I never use leverage.
You are amazing.
This means I can drive myself into significant losses. The most a beginner can lose is the amount of invested in a single trade, just one. With Forex, not only can you lose all your money, but you could also end up in debt. To avoid such pitfalls, don't invest everything at once until you gain confidence. How am I supposed to make a lot of returns, you might ask? Either you'll make a little while you're still learning, or, like the smartest and quickest viewers who hopped over to my Telegram channel right at the start of this video, you can simply replicate my trades. I post all my trades for free on my channel, so anyone can replicate them and achieve similar results. And trust me, those results are pretty impressive. Voila! Let's continue. This time I'll trade on second pair. Opening the pair now and changing the amount to 96 and… let's see… I'm gonna invest for growth, so let's press higher. I see that a resistance level has formed, but buyers are attempting to break through it. The RSI indicates bullish sentiment, so it is wiser to trade up on this minute time frame. This trade plays out just as I predicted. Accurate analysis and investment equals good outcome. That's the fastest way to achieve success. Let's keep going. Let's move on to dirham and yuan. Bumping up the investment to 184, and I'm gonna invest for a fall here. It's pretty obvious that the downward trend continues, which is indicated by a strong bearish impulse and the RSI being below 30. Again, I got the trend right and my deposit grew to 353. Back to the Australian dollar and the Swiss franc pair. I'm gonna once again bump up the investment amount and let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the higher button on this one. The price hit a minimum and the trend reversal followed. I entered during this upward movement. Though there is a rebound happening now, which isn't ideal, but let's see how it plays out. Alright, nonetheless, the trade closes in my favor. What matters here is not the price difference between the entry and the closing points. It's correctly identifying the trend. Success here is all about predicting where the price will go, and I got it right. Now, the Australian and the Canadian dollar. Alright, increasing the amount once again and going for the lower button for this one. Why is that? Well, the chart shows increasing strength in the downward movement, and red candles are getting longer. This means we're in a sideways trend, and the chart is likely to mirror the movement of the green candles with the red ones. Here's the third reason why you should steer clear of Forex. Although the first two were convincing enough, if you ask me, Forex isn't just for individuals like us. It's also dominated by big corporations and international banks. These major players dictate market movements. If some American bank needs to buy a large volume of currency, no technical analysis can predict that. Even seasoned technical analysts like myself avoid Forex for this reason. And the platform I'm using is where regular traders go, and the average investment amount here is around 35. Hey, meanwhile, the trade has closed, and my deposit is now 1,301. Dirham and yuan are in an uncertain position, so I'm switching to the Australian and Swiss pair. I'm investing the maximum amount of 1,000. Seeing an interesting setup. Let's wait a bit. And now, investing for growth. Just last week, I discussed with my Telegram subscribers how to use RSI signals effectively in this kind of chart movement. The price hit a resistance level and entered a slight correction, but the RSI line didn't dip below 50, which means that the buyers still have an upper hand, so it's reasonable to expect the asset's value to increase within a minute. Plus, I entered at a good time. This is what a right choice of indicators can do. Back to the Australian and Canadian dollar pair. Let me adjust the investment amount and pressing higher. What's happening? The asset ended its sideways trend, and after identifying the support level, the price started moving up. RSI confirms my predictions. My extensive experience and knowledge of technical analysis helped me make the right call once again. The account balance is now at 3,141. Next up, Dirham and Yuan. I'm increasing the amount of investing for a decline. The asset reached its peak and is now falling. Given the strong bearish impulse, I don't think we should expect a reversal within this candle. Another accurate prediction boosts my deposit again. Trading is undoubtedly a great way to gain some extra income. Time for the Australian dollar and the Swiss franc. The amount stays the same. Let's take a look at the chart. I'm gonna invest up. The small downward candle indicates that the rebound is ending, and the bulls are ready to take control again. But the bears will still compete for the influence, that's for sure. Sometimes it feels like I could make hundreds of thousands a day, but that's a dangerous thought. Trading offers almost endless opportunities, but it's crucial to stay focused and not get greedy or overwhelmed. This session has been intense with many good calls. Time for the final trade now. Rounding out our session with the Australian dollar and Canadian dollar. Pressing higher. The price has found a minimum and the reversal is starting. I entered perfectly at the beginning of a new trend when the RSI started leaving the oversold zone. My account is now at 5,901. Such a result is simply impossible on the Forex, especially for beginners. What a great session! I've honestly explained the main pitfalls of Forex trading and why many pro traders are often skeptical about it. I've also offered you a worthy alternative that I personally use to make an honest income. Now, you have a reliable guide in the world of trading. I guess everyone has already followed the link in the description and joined the channel. If not, thanks for watching this video to the end. That's all for today. See you in my next video.